Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to another market analysis video. In this video, I'm going to share a few stocks that you can trade for intraday, and I'm also going to have a look at Nifty. So let's get started. This is Hero Motocorp. This is 15 minutes time frame of Hero Motocorp, and I had already shared this in my previous video. As you can see, this has not sustained above this level yet. So if it sustains above this level, a long entry can definitely be taken, and you can consider this level as your first target and this as your final target. But also, you can see a level over here, right? So if it closes below this level, a short entry can definitely be taken, and you can consider this level as your first short target and this as your second short target. Okay, moving on to the next one, we have Mariko. As you can see, you can consider this as the pole and this as the flag. So this is an inverted flag and pole pattern. Okay, it is also near 200 EM on 15 minutes time frame. So I've drawn a trend line over here, right? And I also see a level over here. Okay, so once the stock sustains above this level, a long entry can definitely be taken, and you can consider this level as your target. Just in case the stock breaks down, a short entry can be taken. You can take an entry after it closes below this level, and you can consider this level as the first target. And for second target, you can just consider pivot. 1% target is enough for intraday. I'll just check how big this is. This is 0.8%, a little bit more. If there's a pivot level nearby, you can consider a pivot level. Okay, for short target, very simple. Inverted flag and pole pattern. It's near 200 EM on 15 minutes time frame, and both side potential. Okay, moving on to the next one is Lupin. As you can see, it has formed one top over here, and this can be considered as the second top, right? And we can also spot a trend line over here. Okay, it is already given a breakdown of the trend line. Oh, yeah. So what you can do is you can just wait for it to close below this level. Right, once this closes below this level, a short entry can definitely be taken, and you can consider this level as your short target. I'll just check how big this. I think this is very big. Yeah, 2%. 2% target is very big. So I'll give you one more target here. This one, right? So this target looks okay. Okay. So if it closes below this level, a short entry can be taken. You can consider this as your first target and this as your final target. Moving on to the next one, we have Pharma. As you can see, it went up and it has consolidated, right? So what we can do is we can just wait for a breakout of from this range, right? Consolidation breakouts, as I always say, are big. So what you can do is if it breaks above, you can take a long trade, and you can consider pivot as your target. Like I always say, 1% target is enough for intraday. Just in case it breaks down, you can take a short entry. You can consider this level as a first target. I'll just check how big this is. This is 2% again, which is very big. So this should be your first target, and this should be your final target. Okay, moving on to the next one, we have Tata Steel. I'll just check for a trend line here. Yes, it is on a trend line, right? It is on a trend line. As you can see, you can consider this as a shoulder, this as a head, and this as another shoulder. So this is an inverted head and shoulder pattern. Also it is taking resistance from 200 EMA. Again, it is trying to go up, right? So what you can do is you can just wait for it to break this level. Once it breaks this level, and if it sustains above this, a long entry can definitely be taken, and this can be considered as the first target. I'll just check how big this is. 0.8% is okay, and you can consider this level as the second target. If it sustains above this level, there is high chances that it's going to fill this gap. There is a gap, right? So there are high chances that it's going to fill this gap. Just in case it falls down, what you can do is you can just wait for it to break this level. If it sustains below this level, a short entry can be taken, and you can consider this level as your short target. Okay, moving on to the next one, we have IOC. As you can see, it has formed double bottom pattern. This can be considered as the first bottom, and this as the second bottom, right? I'll just draw a support level over here, right? So this can be considered as the first bottom, this as the second bottom. What we can do is we can just wait for it to sustain above this level. Okay, for a safer side, let me just draw a zone, right? So once it closes above this level, a long entry can definitely be taken. This looks like a level. Okay, I'll just check how big this is. 0.8%. okay, and I'll just check for 200 EMA. Perfect. So what you can do is you can just consider this level as your first target, and you can consider 200 EMA as your final target. Okay, Indian Oil, again very simple double bottom pattern. It's on support level as well. Just in case it sustains above this level, a long entry can be taken. Just in case it comes down and closes below this support level, what you can do is you can definitely take a short trade over here. Right, you can take a short trade over here and you can consider pivot as your target. 1% target is enough for intraday. This is NTPC. Okay, NTPC, as you can see, it has been moving in a range, right? And it has formed a symmetrical triangle pattern over here. We can clearly see a symmetrical triangle pattern here. So what we can do is, symmetrical triangle always usually has both side potential, so we're going to plan for both side. Once it breaks out the pattern from top, what you can do is you can just wait for it to break out this level. Once it breaks this level, you can just take a long trade and you can consider this level as your target. I'll just check how big this is. 0.9% is enough. Okay, we don't have any recent price action levels over here, so if you want to hold it further, what you can do is you can just consider one pivot level. For pivot, what you can do is you can just open pivot here. Okay, you can open pivot here, go to setting, Fibonacci daily. I'll just move it to 1. Yeah, and you can just consider the next pivot level as your target. Okay, and for short side, what you can do is once it breaks down this pattern, if you're a safe trader, I would ask you to wait for this level, but you can directly take an entry over here and you can just consider this level as your first target and you can consider this level as your final target, right? So this is it for NTPC. Moving on to the next one, we have RBL Bank. RBL Bank, as you can see, it gave a huge move today, 5% move, right? Again, like I always analyze, right? Look at this. If the stock would have been here, right, like I always analyze after the breakout, and if you were taken the entry, look how big of the target it gave. Okay, and RBL Bank usually gives very big move. So now if you look at it, as you can see, this is a bottom and this is the second bottom. So this is a double bottom pattern, and we can consider this level as the neckline, right? I think we definitely can consider this level as the neckline. Once it breaks out this, what you can do is you can take a long entry and you can consider this level as your target. I think this level is very big. Let me just check. 2%. Yes, 2% is big. So what you can do is you can consider this level as your first target and this as your second target. Just in case it goes up, takes a bearish, it gives a bearish sign and it closes, it sustains below this level. If it's not able to break this resistance level, what you can do is you can take a short trade over here. You can consider this level as a first target, and yeah, I think this target is big enough. So this is it for short side. Now moving on to Nifty. Okay, Nifty, as you can see, this is the 30 minutes time frame of Nifty, and it has taken a support from 200 EM and it has gone up. Okay, I'll just look. Okay, we have a level. We do have a level over here, and this is the all-time highs. I'll just show you on daily time frame. Yeah, this is the all-time high level. Okay, so what you can do is, ideally what you should have done is you could have taken an entry over here after it sustained above this level. Now what you can do is you can wait for this to break this level. After it sustains above this level, a long entry can definitely be taken and you can hold it. You can consider pivot as a level, as we don't have anything else, because this is the all-time high. So you can consider pivot as your target. If it goes up and if it comes down, if it takes a resistance from here, it comes down, you can take a short trade. You can consider this level as your first target and this support level as your final target. Okay, so this is it for the analysis, guys. I hope you liked it and I'll see you in the next video.